talking on the phones.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
And he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said they needed the points and start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen Allen throwing on second down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, this is brought in by Pryor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. On second down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Zoom. Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check 26. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. To throw again, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Touchdown, Packers! Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That's fine. Yeah. Zoom, zoom. 49.
Rodgers now to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Bills getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, this is Ivory. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 20. Yard line.
Leopard!
On play action, Allen going right side here, and that's complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit!
Allen to throw once more. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll make it third and goal. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Gone! 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 Gone!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Allen. That's complete right around the 8. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Lewis has the first down and then some. The quick slant caught. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Zone. 319.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 2. Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have.
Detroit!
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rodgers to throw on second down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
Let's go, come on. Go to 50.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for Pryor long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
We are going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Allen to throw it. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Clay Matthews in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for Pryor long. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full-field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Caught left side by Cobb. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bills have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Allen on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Again,
they'll throw with Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Now he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is Jones finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well. Zoom.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Hey, check 26.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two.
Hey, check 26.
They'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now the Packers get set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bills, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.